We have an update on our good friend Chud. You know, the guy that walk around antagonizing black people hoping to put a bullet in one. The guy who tried to use the stand your ground law against innocent bystanders who are absolutely going to work on a daily basis and minding their business. And trying to act like they're the unintelligent ones that can't control their emotions when he's the actual unintelligent one that can't control his emotions. That's right, Chud has been demonetized on all his platforms. First with a 3-day ban, then fully being demonetized after calling people the N-word and harassing people. Freedom of speech is not freedom to just harass people. Chud also has lost his income in his hometown, been kicked out of his church. Also took down his social media page. Chud is essentially just hiding. Because deep at heart, Chud is a coward. And all these people have is racism and no actual substance. Now, people, let's get Chud's face out there. Let's repost this. Let's comment this. Let's blow this up so that everybody can know who Chud is. And that he could walk around in pure fear of every black person that even walks near him. Black people, when they tell you don't be bothered by the N-word, when they tell you don't be bothered by racism, that is a load of crap. The only reason they're telling you that is because they don't want you to call out the racism that they are spewing. We took this entire man's income because we spoke out. Keep speaking out, keep fighting against racism. And what's that thing that Chud always says? Hey Chud, don't, you know what? You guys know the rest.
Harassing black people is normalized. It's the American way. In this situation, they demonetized him. But this is what he does. He goes around looking for black folks specifically to passive aggressively pick a fight. And he live streams it. And he really doesn't get in trouble for this. He really does. He got arrested last year, but he really is not getting in trouble for this. And part of it, in my opinion, is because this is normal behavior. He's an extreme version of it because he's online doing it. But when you go out into American society, this is what people do. You have people who will do, what they call microaggressions. They'll do stuff and you'll be like, what the fuck? Walk into your space, get into your personal space. Try to, if you go a place, they try to look at your over your shoulder to see if you paying for your whatever your items when you're in stores. They do that type of stuff. But then when you turn around, if you don't get the fuck from around me, oh God, it's like, yeah, here we go, because it's normalized behavior for them to do it to us. When people say they go in stores and people have a kick out of it. Now you go in stores, people follow you, and you start filming the people following you. Like, see, here we go. That's harassment, but it's normalized. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, the black people are here, they steal. And the funny part about it is this. Y'all so busy watching us, y'all let everybody else steal from you. I'm not saying we trying to steal. I'm not going to say we don't have thieves, but y'all sure do let all these other people just get away scot-free. Y'all don't follow them around because y'all are accustomed to harassing us. That's the thing. You see videos about grown men, young men, you're finna get pulled over. Why? Really nothing. Really nothing. And you got a nice car. Or what are you doing in this neighborhood? That's harassment. But it's normalized. And I forgot the city, was a council member. I want to say it was Michigan. He was like, let me do an experiment. And he said, yeah, I've been driving around with outdated tags for a year and I never got pulled over. I go across 5 different police districts, never got pulled over because he wanted to see if it's actually a racial thing. And he was like, yeah, I know y'all not doing your job. Y'all busy harassing black folks. That's what over policing is. But even just in a regular sense, what you think a Karen is? Remember, the Karen thing started, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when the lady came out, when the little girl was selling water I forget what she was doing it for. She like a fundraiser or something. And a white lady came up, why are you here? Oh, we need to call the police. Calling the police on kids selling water, selling candy, that type of stuff. Black kids cutting grass. Oh, you need a permit, and you need to have $1 million worth of insurance. It wasn't a million, but I remember it was like six figures worth of insurance to cut grass. But they was harassing black kids doing this. That's normalized behavior out here. The same thing I remember the one um, little kid was had a sign out front of the house where he was trying to collect money for veterans, and he had like a camouflage little thing on, and the cops basically arrested him. And the father came out, I'm a veteran, that's why he doing it. Get my son out these cuffs. And the kid was like 8, but that's normalized behavior for folks. It's like, yeah, you see people. I saw a video. Couple went to Starbucks, got a coffee, and left, and then they called the cops on them after they left. And they don't want you in there because you'll be considered a trespasser. It's like, okay, all right. That, like, people use this harassing thing, you know, a lot, and I bring it up because like I did a video on a Carmelo Anthony and I want to say Austin Hoffman situation where people just don't want to deal with the concept of when you're dealing with black folks in America, y'all just come into our personal space really for the dumbest of reasons because it's normal to you. You still have black folks um, posting on social media about, yeah, I'm going to first class and they think I don't belong here. Still that. Even the flight attendants, let me see your ticket. Let me see your ticket again. Let me that. You get what I'm saying? It's all of this stuff is normalized. Um, you see, you can get online and you see videos of people, whether from being in just regular stores to being at like sporting events. People just grabbing black folks and putting their hands on black folks and trying to smack black folks. And then if we respond, oh my God, oh my God, he did it. It's like, yeah, whatever. Y'all think that's normal behavior. When I brought up the Jazz Fest in Cincinnati, all the black people posted up across all America. They beat up these angels of Russians and Ukrainians that came here and harassed a bunch of black people because they said because they were drunk. Like, yeah, y'all think that's normal behavior to the point where other groups come to America and do it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the whole. When they talk about certain parts of L.A., when people go, and you're black and you're in a in a Hispanic area, what you doing here? It might be a fight. Some of that is in Chicago too, basically. It's not. It might be. It is. Now, what are you? And it's like, hey, bro, if you don't stop questioning me, get out of my face. That's what people do. To the point they make. You go to a restaurant. They even make things about it like black people don't this and black people don't tip and black people don't this. But y'all don't talk about when black people go to restaurants, y'all don't want to serve black people. Y'all act like black people ain't there. Y'all just let black people wait for a table forever. Y'all just let black people sit at the table forever without ordering. Y'all don't do that. You know, I remember Denny's got sued for that in the 90s. You know, I, I remember we had to get. I remember I went to a Denny's in the 90s at the same during that was going on, and we was after a track meet, and they wouldn't. They just we ordered. They took all day to take our orders. We ordered. We got our meals. It was all right on the time of that. And they just left us. And nobody came because we was trying to pay for the meal. I said, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Get up. Because we was in high school. As soon as we got up, you gotta pay. Yeah, I know. We've been sitting here waiting 20 minutes for you. Oh, it's like, yeah, whatever. But that's the thing. Excuse me. The even when we in business practices, Um, People used to overcharge us places. That's a like damn. Like when you find out, you mean you paid this for that, not paid that. Okay, in the mug, I got the black people. I'm gonna sell them on the deal. It was a clip in The Big Short when they was talking about that because he was talking about doing it to immigrants. He's like, yeah, they just sign the paper, they don't care. It's like, yeah, but The Big Short was about the housing crash, and they did a lot of god dang it, subprime lending to black folks, and it's like when it's wrong, they don't do it to other people somehow. To white folks, I say it. That you know what I mean? Or you had those situations where, how can I put this? Yeah, if you'll go somewhere. Sometimes people are like, you're not supposed to be here. You can't afford to be here. What are you doing? It's like, bro, you work here. I'm a customer. Shut your bitch ass up. You get what I'm saying? That because harassing us is normal. When you was in schools, teachers harassed you. Oh, you can't be that smart. Oh, that grade was it. Like, wait a minute. How I get a C and he get a B and we got the same answer? Oh, okay. Right. You don't have the same answer. Same answer, 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 same answer. He got an 80. I got a 70. Same answer. Let me see. I didn't notice. Shut your lying ass up. That. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have written that. You couldn't have written that. I don't think you're smart enough to write. Okay, whatever, G. Same answer. Same situation. Y'all think it's normalized to y'all. So when black people respond to the disrespect, y'all have this issue where we're not supposed to defend ourselves from y'all bullshit. How dare you? Just because I spit in your face, there's no reason for you to slap me. It's like, just because I tried to sucker punch you, there's no reason for you to knock me out. Oh, okay, right. You remember? You remember the lady in the park? They called like a child, like a 5-year-old black boy a nigga, and they basically gave her what 500,000 on a GoFundMe, $1 million because it's okay. Yeah, because of the harassment. The George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin thing. He harassed him and killed him. And then people was like, yeah, America. Yes, this is what we're talking about. Right. Because it's normalized for y'all folks. It's not normal. Y'all think it's abnormal for us to respond to that shit. Even when I brought up like police pulling people over, you can see it because everybody's filming stuff. You can see officers fishing and fishing, but they're on camera, whether it be body cam or the person filming. They just fishing. They just angry. I should be able to do it. And it's like, hey man, mm-hmm. Y'all go, y'all keep it up. It's not. I'm telling you. And then you see people. Rarely people lose their jobs. Same thing. When I was talking about, when I did a video about the Ashley Gonzalez situation, when she said, "Hey, if a black person gets caught, if I got to go out on the call, the black person, I'm going to arrest them." Normalized. It's normalized. It's like you don't have to be guilty. I'm gonna make you guilty. You don't have to be a bad person. I'm gonna make you a bad person. You don't have to be disrespectful. I'm going to disrespect you. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's what it is. How dare you respond to it though? The audacity. But watch this. Tell me if I'm lying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.